So you have a client that drinks too much. So do I. I've got a few, and I've had a lot in the past. Here's the way that I talk about and help them change that behavior. First of all, most people, they know that it's unhealthy to drink, but they don't know how it affects their goals. Now, contextually here, we have somebody that is focused on building their strength or mobility or cardiovascular endurance. And so it requires the physical activity that you provide, that you program for them. So working out is something that they have to do, and recovery is not an option. It has to happen as well in order for them to get what they need. If you allow them and don't address the problem of alcohol while they're pushing really hard, doing as much as they can in the gym, then you're not being honest with your client about what could really help them get to their goals faster. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have this conversation with them every single session, but pulse check here or there, or ask them questions throughout the meeting or at the beginning of the session, such as on a scale of 1 to 10, how have you been with your consumption of alcohol this week? 10 being you had very little, and then 1 being you had a lot of drinks. First of all, I start educating them on the fact that alcohol is a poison. I am not getting into specifics there. I don't know if all of those studies were properly done. However, I do know that most of the clients in my area are big fans of beer. I like to talk about how the polar opposite of the effects of alcohol is super beneficial for them and their goals. How sleeping well, how resting well, how eating well all boost their regrowth after a training session. It helps their hormones and it helps the nervous system. So protein, I always like to use that as an example as it's easy for them to track in their head, of course. Protein is the recovery macronutrient for our muscles. It helps them grow back thicker and stronger than they were before. So that can accelerate the process of recovery, and that's a very good thing. Now, if they have a goal, you want to get them there as soon as possible in a safe and efficient manner. So after painting that picture of what good recovery can look like, and you can embellish it and talk about whatever you want on that, I like to ask them a question: what are the other uses for alcohol apart from drinking it? Oftentimes, one of the main ones that I hear people say is, well, we use it to clean medical equipment, or we use it to clean things off of metal, we use it for sanitation purposes to kill organisms because it kills so much of what it touches. And humans like to drink it because it makes us feel funny. As somebody that only drinks wine once or twice a year, it's easier for me to come at this from that perspective, as they know that I am not a corny trainer who just tells his clients to do the right thing, but then as soon as I get off the job, I go home and crack open a cold one. Because alcohol is used for sanitation and killing organisms, why do we drink it and think that it's okay? It's not. It's poison. If you're working out and training for strength goals or whatever goal it is, and then you're also drinking poison at the same time, do you think that you're going to recover faster or slower? That question is really in the face of many clients, and some of them don't like it. But if they're going to drink, I at least like my clients to know what is happening when they do that and how it hurts our sessions. If there's anything else that has been helpful for you to deal with clients that are drinking alcohol, please comment down below. Let me know what has worked for you or what hasn't worked for you in the past. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out.